Get ready for it. We're taking off the little thing. Woo! Incredible. Hello. Um. Now. Oh wait. Okay. Yes. Can't hear my desktop audio anymore. Uh. Cool. So I am testing out a little thing here that nobody can see right now because it is hidden. You might be able to see my. Oh wait. Oh, on this side. This little. This little thing. This little guy right here. Um, and well, the fact that you can't really see it means that I need to do some quick little editing with it. Welcome everyone to the stream. Once again, we had a lovely individual by the name of Arjun Subhash, I think is how you pronounce his name. He said that was like a decent pronunciation last time, so I'm sticking with it. And last time on day 13, we actually had he like hopped into stream. Thank you so much for joining, by the way. And he knows something about, excuse me, he knows something about like Unreal stuff or Unreal Engine things like that himself. And he was actually giving some, a couple little pointers on like how to do a couple things or like because we were messing with essentially trying to get we had the whole grid layout for our cabin set up and everything, and I could not collide with it at all, and was trying to figure out how to do that. And he showed up in chat and said, like, actually, yeah, Unreal's a little weird about this. It's a few updates ago. You actually have to go here and go here, and what do you know? We got it working. So thank you very much to that lovely individual who might show back up. But yeah, for now, we have more work cut out for us because this is we're now starting to get into the part of this. It's getting quite involved. Let's say, extremely involved. I run over here real quick. You're not seeing my screen because I'm logging into a thing at the moment. There we are. Cool. All right, so let me get into OBS here and bring up my DSLR and screen thing, and boom. Behold, you can see Spooky Cave Game and all the little bits and stuff we got going on here. So, what is the goal for today? So last time we left off, we have, let me go to our master to do thing. It's showing me, yes, I know, I created this tile. Stop it. Go away. I know what I'm doing, X tiles. I don't actually know what I'm doing, but I'm working on the concept of knowing what I'm doing. So, yes. So last time we were last time we were messing with the cave game and all that kind of stuff. We were in the engine, in this engine, and I should probably pull up the project real quick. There's a fruit fly. I keep getting like random fruit flies around the place, and that's been fun. But we're gonna keep that booting up. So, where are we? Create level. Yes, I believe we're currently on this one. Create level file, and then yes. So let's go ahead and bring this over to prologue home in progress. So we did actually indeed create the level file. So that's great. For some reason, I did not continue. I did not continue updating this list with more things, but what we did last time. So we created a level file. Create a block out of a cabin, right? And so we can check that off as well. And what we also did, and opening up my handy dandy little thing here. I should really find a way to like put this on the screen like for the stream and stuff. And you can see it's loading slowly down here. But what we also did was, if I can remember correctly, I am bad at remembering. Hold on, please hold. I'm still kind of also waiting for my meds to kick in, so that's gonna be a fun thing. I woke up like an hour ago, so it's fine. We're getting through it. There goes the rest of my sweet tea. I guess we'll have to drink boring old water from here on. So, okay. Yes, we have the cabin, and what we also did, honestly, like, we kind of figured out how to texture cabin walls, floors, etc. We also did that. So, I think what we're trying to do today, I believe, is I want to look at, I want to work more with the kind of like, it used to be called Quixel. It is now called Fab, I believe, in Unreal. Oh yeah, I was looking stuff up about it up here. So Unreal has basically this entire thing called Fab, and you can pull in like a lot of like free assets, and also paid assets and things like that, and like this from this little store, and you know, such as textures, models, things like that, to help literally build out your whole world and everything, or your levels and things like that. And so what I want to do now that we last time we started working with Fab a bit more, what I want to do is actually, if you remember from a previous video, we had a big beautiful box that we did a lot of lighting stuff to. I want to make our cabin a little more interesting.
Welcome to the thing that's a little bit of Unreal Engine 5 that I've
Actually, hold on,
poly.
I'm looking back.
Time for us to no longer use this checkerboard pattern and have some scans to tile.
Yeah.
They can actually blend together really quite incredible. And it allows you to create super high quality meshes. These rock meshes on the ground. It doesn't have to just be surfaces though. I can add decals which project onto surfaces, as well as static meshes too. I'm going to set up a scene with this rocky ground, a tree, and a fire.
Okay. So yeah, I want to use Fab to fill out cabin interior. And what we're going to be doing here, it's going to be literally kind of, I mean, kind of what it says on the tin. I want to fill out the cabin interior a little bit, make this place, make this, it was open when it was last closed. Would you like to reopen it? No. Cool. Oh, this is not the right space we're supposed to be in. Let's put you off to the side and click you back here, and then we're going to go to, if I can remember properly, maps and O1 cabin. Let's go. Okay, loading up the cabin. So, yes, we're going to make this more palatable. We're going to make it a little more interesting, is the goal. I think in my mind, I had this whole idea of making this not an absolute, just, I mean, like, kind of look like it does right now. These aren't the most amazing textures in the world, but, you know, it'll we'll figure it out. That being said, some things with um was it some things with this like whole like because this is using Quixel, but some of it
tiles.
hasn't really
Want to
changed
know
all that
something cool?
much.
Really quite incredible. Quite well. In case you're wondering about
So I'm trying to find the specific part he mentioned about textures because I
how,
remember there's like
and
a
this mesh will
particular
get
thing you can
loaded
do
instead of the other
with
one, illumination and
textures.
reflection system in Unreal Engine 5. It renders diffuse into reflection with infinite bounces and that because if I go and I add a sphere to the scene and then I go through and I create a really straightforward emissive material and apply it to that
Mhm.
sphere, we see something kind of cool. And that is that, yep, emissive contributes to the lumen representation, scene detail. This means this is kind of like the default post process now. And so now we can see that that's great. Is the addition of the Niagara Fluids plugin. All Unreal Engine developers tiled. So I'm going to go ahead and change the tiling in the material instance. Now, it doesn't have to just be surfaces though. I can add
Hold on.
detiled. So I'm going to grab this concrete and add it to my project. To do so, all I need to do is select the asset that I want, click download, and then when it's downloaded, click add. I can then just drag in the instance. We can see that it's a little bit too tiled, so I'm going to go ahead and change the tiling in the material instance. Now, it doesn't.
Okay, right. So that's how I did that. So if we go back to cave game, because with these walls, how we have it like kind of set up, it's called this weird thing right here. I think we have to open up this material and mess with the tiling that he mentioned because what I'm trying to do right now, like these walls look a little kooky, a little wacky, for my tastes anyway. So if we go back, ooh, wrong thing. Um, let me go back to.
Have to just. I can then just drag in the instance. We can see that
Mhm.
it's a little bit too tiled.
So he's over in parameter groups. Oh, and global and tiling. Tiling. So what if we turn this down? Oh, we can kind of see it reflected there. So if I oh, that's funny. We can turn it down and have this cabin made of just one large log going across going across the walls. Fantastic. Um no, we probably want a little more going on than that. So kind of where we had it before was like around here, but it might be good to something like that. What's the offset do? Oh, okay, that's literally just that. Hmm. This is going to be, oh, we're taking text streaming data. Cool. This might be, I'm getting that feeling. That's funny. Um, cool. All right, that's looking a little bit better, I think. I'm getting that sinking feeling when you start a brand new thing and then you think it's gonna be not terrible and then suddenly it hits you just like how whoops suddenly actually difficult all of it's going to be. Why am I not remembering how to move the sun? How do I move this? Okay, hold on. I may have just quickly forgotten. Wait, he shows in the
So
video.
I'm going to
Hold on.
go ahead and actually blend from with. I want to dial it. I don't have to set up fake bounces and beyond. It just means light direct specular overlooking something. You know how from the moment I created this environment, the light just accurately bounced around, that's lumen. Lumen is the default ranging from blue illumination and reflection system in systems without having to manually actually automatically up.
Never mind. I don't want to find it. I'm just gonna look it up real fast. Unreal Engine moving sunlight direction. Geographically accurate sun positioning tool. Well, okay, no, we don't need this. I just need to know how to. Why do I not remember how to do this? It's such like a basic function that's like extremely useful like all the time. Okay, maybe we can just look at this video real quick. No, we're not watching. We're not watching. Get off of my stream.
The atmospheric sunlight can be easily modified by moving around the mouse. This is an extremely beneficial around the mouse. L and moving around the mouse.
Is it Control L? Is that what it is? Okay, it is Control L. It is indeed Control L. Whoop. Oh no. Oh god, people are messaging me. Can't you see I'm streaming? Ugh. See, this is the kind of nonsense that I gotta deal with. Please go away. Thank you. See, now I have to go through and, like, tell my lovely dear viewers on that are watching on YouTube. The annoying part, about like the whole streaming thing is now I have to keep watch over the chat, and I like having the chat over there. Yes, it's over there somewhere. I like having the chat over there in case we got like someone like Arjun coming by, and giving tips and stuff again. But occasionally I'm gonna have like stupid idiots trying to get me to, I don't know, get AI viewers or whatever. Like dumb nonsense like that. Absolutely ridiculous. Anyway, moving right along. Okay. Got our cabin. I think we can start, actually, I'm going to start like actually building this space out a little more. So for right now, let's go back into our little modeling mode and the cube grid. So this part, we can get rid of that. And we can actually bring this out more. We have this cube right here, and we're gonna have to move that real quick. So let's go and move the cube super fast. Whoops. I need you to scoot. I need you to scoot right over there. Thank you, sir. Cube grid. Cool. Yes, so if we get this going, I actually think I need to make this space a little bit larger. Because if I just like, if I hit play real quick, to look through here, like, and I know like this isn't a great, actually, this isn't bad. Yeah, I think making it, okay, let's make it like a couple blocks longer, I think. We'll make it like a couple blocks longer. And, yes. How did we, what's going on with this? Hold on. We gotta... And we can't just like delete that. We cannot delete the launch sweats tools. So push. What does that do? Oh boy. I'm trying to mess with like assets that I've already made a thing. And, okay, give me a second here. We got some fiddling around to do. So if I want to bring it out this way, what? Okay. This entire problem stemmed from the fact that I think this is. Oh boy. Okay. Reset grid from actor. How can we? Size grid, selection, align gizmo, output type static mesh, material none. Okay, this might be a little tricksy because I would like to make the cabin larger, but I do not remember off the top of my head. Because so here's the issue we have right now is that we have these cubes, right? Like there's a whole cube grid system and everything, and I cannot get rid of the stuff that's already like there. Like, yeah. Hmm. Okay, we're gonna accept this real quick. Let's go into the browser real fast. Unreal Engine cube. Wait, hold on. What's it called? I never remember like the cube grid. Right. Okay. Cube grid. Uh tool delete blocks, I guess. Removing materials. How can we do that? Tool items, controls are considered to remove material assigned to an area deleted. Assign basic materials, plug in the environment. No one has answered, so that's good. Let's just look at the cube grid tool. Yes. Array of rows and columns. Decreases grid size, increases grid size. What makes color efficient tool block heading out a level are the tool's operations coupled with hotkey commands. Push from selected grid output static mesh. Once you're done using the tool, cancel the changes in the tool confirmation panel to learn about the output types and their use cases. See working with meshes, blockouts, and standard meshes. Seems like a lot. So let's go right back into here. I'm not sure there. Am I mistaken in believing that this is kind of locked in? So if we go to the cube grid again, now I can change them, but not these. So why can I change these? Get rid of them even, but I cannot get rid of these. Yes. Or sorry, no. That's what I meant to say. grid tool output. If we select it, would that allow us? There it is. Okay, so we simply didn't have it selected. That was the problem. So if we try to do this now, it's not going to let us because we don't have that selected. That makes sense. I'm on board. Okay. So with that all being said, let's get rid of that. And we're also going to tear down this wall here. I'm going to accept that selection real fast. Let's go ahead and delete QGrid tool output 2 and click on this, and we're going to click on QGrid again, and we're going to edit the thing we just had. So we wanted to make it a couple more blocks long, I think. Bring this up. Whoop, whoop, there it is. Bring that up. Ooh, can I jump up? Cool. All right, that's looking a little bit better as far as size is concerned. Yeah, I think that should work out just fine. This is quite a large cabin. We might end up like going back to the drawing board and like cutting it down a little bit, but for right now, I think this will do because it's a simple block out kind of thing. Yeah, if we accept that, and then at this point, we're gonna need to bring the player start like in. All right, so if I hit play right now, what's this feel like? Doesn't feel too claustrophobic. Granted, like we're looking at it with like a. Okay, cool. I think that's the start, and it's going all right. So now, from what we learned from last time, if we select, we can select this. Oh, right. Okay, so we have to go to the QGrid thing. And oof, okay, we just figured this out last time. Let's see if I can remember. I believe it's this one. Is it this one? Or maybe it's a different. Is it mesh? Perhaps? Oh, God. Trying to remember what I was doing last time. QGrid tool, presets, block selection. Actually, what if I just reference my other video that what if I reference my last video real quick? Hello, it's me. For more people, it's hard to pay attention to anything that's going on. Boop-doo. Oh yeah, this day was terrible. I was having my ADHD was I was having a time. This video I imagine is not fun to watch. But you know, it's a silly thing to have to contend with. Like part of the brain is extremely That's strange. I hope the thing is still not still doing that. So if we go forward a little bit, how are we? Okay, I need to access this. Where was this? Attributions, materials. Okay. So we can close out of that real fast. Go back in here, attributions, materials. There's a big old section called materials. There it is. There it is not. Interesting. Let's let me bring back my back up my old video real quick. How to and boop. Can get attributes materials. You see what or I guess you don't see what I'm looking at, but this is what I'm looking at right here. I was on attributes, because I'm trying to find this menu again that I just had. Active materials. So I am an attribute. I'm in attributes, and there should be, so that's actions, asset actions. Options, grid for advanced. It's not under advanced. Shortcut info, not there. Output type, no. Material, but like, there's no materials going on. But I can see the materials over here on CubeGrid output. So how did I just get there? Okay. We can do this. Okay. Let's bring this back up a little bit, real quick. If we were to... So, if we go back in this little video we had here, CubeGrid, like, video. This one, this tutorial. I'm not using the right phrases, but textures larger and smaller so they don't edit materials. So that's where we need to be. Edit materials. Gotcha. Okay, and we need to make this little thing smaller. Okay, cool. Cool. And so if I do this number right here, floor. And then there's also a button for assign active material. Okay, so that's correct, but we don't have the, oh, right, active material. I guess it's this one, right? Right, and assign active material. There we go. Ooh, that's gonna be... No, that's gonna be awkward. But I now see the deal is here. So let's go and cancel this real quick. We're gonna cancel. We're gonna go back to create CubeGrid. We're gonna go, I guess what I'm wanting to do real fast. Whoops, wrong side. My bad. Hee hee. Push that back. This is not all the same bit. We push that down and then bring it back up, maybe, as our floor. Yes. Except now if we go to attributes, edit materials, now this is all part of the same floor. And now we can assign our active material. Oh, and also we need to get our correct material. Oops, yes. Cover this all up, assign active material, boom. Now we have the wood parts and it's all one particular thing. Cool. So we have to do kind of the same thing with the, what happened? Nope. What's going on? That was terrifying. Oh, while I'm at it, let's go ahead and kind of do the same thing we did with these. It's kind of janky, but you know, we can find out a more fun way of doing this later on. Yeah. So this whole wall, whoops, nope, this whole wall. We're gonna go boop, a boopus, and then we're gonna bring it on back. Bring it on. Bring it on back. There it is. That was actually quite strange. Grab all this nonsense. Correct our wall real fast. There we go. That's a little bit better. Okay. Great. Accept that real quick. Go to attributes and edit materials. And now we also have this strange view that we did not mean to have. How did I put myself into this view? Oh, geez. But, you know, if we go ahead and grab all this, we can get this, assign active material. Is that being so finicky? Oof. Cool, get all of that, and then assign active material, and then once we hit accept, we should have our little cabin thing coming along. Okay, cool. So that's working itself out. That is doing a thing. This edit materials view, I don't know what I did in here to make it show wireframe, show borders, show tangent thing, visible. Mesh element visualization. How did we, because we kind of just... Advanced modeling quick mode quick settings? How did we get this weird view? Where did this come from? I messed with something on accident, but I really don't know what. Selection mode brush. By material ID, none, none. That's where we need to be. Okay. Figured it out. We're there. We're all good. Okay, so we have our little place. Man, I am so... Let's bring this out. So if we go in here and let's make, I don't know, let's find a desk, for example. As an example, we'll find a desk, but like an old-timey desk. Maybe we're going a little too extreme there. Let's find a table. Horror table. Perfect. That looks like a horrifying table. So if we just like add this to the project. Understood. Oh, put that to the side. Woo. And now we can pull this up and we have our horror table, I guess. Materials. Static meshes. Textures. If we just we can just bring the table in. Why does it look that way? Now this is strange. This doesn't look anything like its head. Why does that look so strange? Textures? Okay, there's some shenanigans going on here. What's going on? What's going on? Let's bring back up this old video.
Up a lot and actually informs the height values that are there. In case you're wondering about how they behave on older consoles or mobile from within Quixel Bridge. But anyway, as you can see, decals work really well with nanite meshes. So create a puddle decal material, port them into your scenes. You can instance them again and again, and the performance against traditional these meshing is allows you to create super high quality meshes, often ones that I've casually gone and implemented here, which is nanite. Now, nanite is Unreal Engine 5's virtualized geometry system.
Hmm. Doesn't do anything. So content, fab, horde tail. Oh my god, this is terrible. So we have our source. We have the textures. So we can bring this in. Whole table material. Oh, why isn't that? No, of course it's gonna. Ah, we're trapped. It's gonna bring us in here. I'm not entirely sure why it's not. So what if we like go to? If I can remember all the different sizing things. No, that's moving. We want the resizing. That's it. R. It's not like a sizing issue. Why is it doing this? Ugh. Let's get rid of our little horde table here. Yeah, go and get rid of the horde table. We don't need the horde table. Apparently we're keeping the horde table, I guess. Ugh. This is suddenly getting extremely complicated. Man. Really banging, or like slamming I feel like I'm really slamming my head against the wall with this cabin deal, because I'm realizing like the amount of things that need to go into making this cabin that I just don't understand. I feel like I really don't understand where to start, you know? Because I get the basic layout and I have this cube grid thing going, and now we have some texture slapped on, and I can kind of put a table and stuff and things like that in there. But I'm realizing that it's a lot. And it's and also this wall is not textured, but anyway. But it's like a lot. And I don't hmm. It's like enough in a way that I feel like I need to kind of start rethinking how we're going about making this starting level. I mean, because I can keep going through the fab assets and all that kind of stuff, right? And so if we go to file, if we go to edit window, I think it's window. Yeah, if we go to window and we go to our fab thing here, like I can probably like find all the things that I need to get, like, I don't know, a bed. Um, and medieval bed, wooden bed. For what if we put for the low price of free? They show free products. Middle bed, bunk bed, middle bed, bed. Bed. I guess it doesn't really matter. I'm just like looking for any old thing we can find. Dry flower bed, perfect. Hmm. Quixel mega scans. Good old Quixel. So, I mean, yeah. So, I don't know if we add this to the project real quick. Let's import it real quick and importing. Let's bring this out into the world. Stack meshes, but we don't need megascans 3D. I don't remember having to go through and like pull everything out one by one, you know? Granted, we do pull it out and it looks like this and it looks good. So this one actually looks perfectly fine. Um, yeah. So is this how we're gonna be putting the cabin together? Is with just, excuse me, like all these different assets and stuff? Because I mean, like we can find a lot of like stuff on here, especially via like I don't know, uh Quixel and everything. Because those all those like Quixel Megascan deals were like only show products by Quixel. Like these are more filters and price and free. Granted, it's not a whole lot to work with. Hmm. Oof. I know we got like you know, only like medium quality stuff and things like that. Like I'm not putting too much where I'm just trying to like pull things in at the moment. Scans 3D. Table media, materials, not materials. I keep doing that. I mean, this does look pretty good. I mean, this actually would work pretty well as like a little bedside table kind of thing. Okay. Obviously this isn't gonna work. This is just a random bed for I don't know if you're in the trenches in World War One, so but we're pulling it as a test anyway. Man, I am just kind of getting floored by how much work it's actually going to take to make this cabin look halfway decent. And that's even before we get our puzzle and everything working inside of it. So I think I'm trying to figure out like what kind of process we should take in order to make all this stuff happen. Like, should we go about it in the sense of, you know, getting the like my whole like lovely drawing and stuff and everything here. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Maybe they can see it. Yeah, there's a lovely drawing and everything here. Should we go about it literally with the block out, set up the story important parts first, and like get the puzzles in there, set up all the puzzles, and then building everything, like build up the cabin around it, like all the furniture and the decals and all that kind of like random things are going to be on the walls and stuff afterwards? Or should we try to build up the cabin first and then get around to the puzzle and like story elements that we need? I don't know. I'm feeling so. I mean, I guess that's what this and I guess what that's what this whole like daily game or like this weekly game dev kind of thing is about, is me not knowing how to tackle this at all and figuring it out as I go. But damn, if it's not really, really, I don't know, overwhelming, I guess. It's a lot. It's a lot. Whoops, we're not meaning to do that. Let's calm down with the little player start thing here. Boop. Okay. Let me think this through. I think I have to go back to the drawing board a little bit and rethink this process through a little bit. I mean, not that we have much of a process going on. But just simply like creating this level is landing us into a rough spot here where I just like keep looking at this, you know, we have, yeah, where we now have this grid, or we have like this like basic block layout and some textures thrown down, and we have a table, so that's cool. And I can get like random furniture in here, but I'm not sure how much that's actually servicing putting the level together, getting all that stuff figured out, if that makes sense. I feel like I'm like kind of blindly throwing stuff at the wall, putting a cabin together, where I need to focus more on like actually getting the puzzles and things working first, and then build and then work from there. If that makes sense. Like get all my puzzles and everything like kind of functioning before we move on to making things look super pretty. And I think in like a more experienced game dev studio, this would be something like, obviously a bunch of different people are working on very particular things. all at the same time. So you have a better idea of how to utilize the space? Yeah, basically. Because I keep making... if you're just tuning in, hello. Let me think real fast. Yeah, I got this whole thing. We got some textures down. They look meh. The whole thing inside looks meh, and it's gonna continue kind of looking meh for a while. And you know, it's the very first game. I'm not like super concerned with it looking a little bit meh, but it feels like I'm kind of aimlessly like throwing things together for this cabin without really understanding why things need to be there. I have an entire drawing and everything of exactly what's going to go where, how things are going to be spaced out. I have an entire like description of how the first puzzle is going to work within this cabin. And I think I need to devote more time to actually getting those things working first. And then, like, once I have the puzzle's mechanics sorted out, then I can start building out the cabin and making it look like an actual space, if that makes sense. I feel like I need to focus on mechanics for it. So that being said, the block out is good. I think I need to not worry about getting too many furniture things in here for now. I think I can simply work on like one thing at a time. I have a basic idea of like kind of the plot structure of our starting cabin, if you will, how each thing is going to happen, how it starts, like you reading the newspaper, setting it down, and you know, finding we obviously we need a door. It'd probably be good to have a door. We need to get the basement sorted out because that's where we're going to be hiding a thing. Okay. I think it's coming together a little bit. Well, to be clear, this isn't necessarily coming together at all at the moment. What is this? Speed. Oh, you can adjust the speed? I think I already knew this, and I just forgot that that's a thing. Anyway. So, yeah. But, strict, yeah, like, what were you saying? What you were saying, like... putting like the basic puzzle elements and stuff together so I have a better idea how to utilize the space. I think that's like what I need to focus on a little more. So I feel weird, like this is once again another week where it's like not a whole lot happened. I didn't get like a whole lot of things underway. There's not a whole lot of things in place. We got a table. It was a free table, and I enjoyed this table, so that's nice. Yeah, I think I just need to go back to what I was doing towards the start and making sure, as I like said in a few videos in the past, making sure I'm starting from a place of like actual creating things with like creating the very purposeful things first, creating like, you know, so that's things like the puzzle mechanics and like the different things you're going to be working with, making those things first and then building out from there. Now that when I have, you know, the actual kind of like proper story purpose bits in first, and then I'll make it look pretty later. Because trying to just I'm looking at this and it's like, okay, what's my goal? My goal here has been make a cabin, and the more I just try to make the cabin, the more I realize that doesn't, that's not really that's gonna get us nowhere very quickly. So, yeah, this might be one of those days where, once again, not a whole lot happens, and we're gonna try again next week. But I think I have a better idea of how to get this kind of like underway a little bit better. So, you know, also Unreal Engine is still lagging the hell out of my computer. But, you know, okay. let me save this real quick. I'm going to put this down for now. This was save all this stuff. I'm saving everything on the other screen. If you're wondering why my camera is lagging a little bit, it's because Unreal's being absolutely insane in the background. Hold on, let's get our little... nice chill music or whatever. I should probably get more things going a little bit. Okay. So, you know, I was just thinking I should have like the whole message thing. For this camera, I should have this message thing over here. So that way I'm like looking in the direction. Because this is how I usually look for chat messages, and it'd be nicer if it's like, then I'll just be looking at them. Wouldn't that be fun? Anyway, we'll figure it out for later. Okay. Yeah, it's it feels like a weird gut punch sometimes, like these kinds of moments where you realize just how much stuff that you have that you don't know. And now we have to figure out a way to, I don't know, keep going. Like, keep moving through it, I guess. Yeah, this feels like a lot like that one time, like several videos ago, before I realized that I need to go back to the drawing board and, oh, I need to build out the story and everything before I try to do anything else with this game. And this is kind of a similar deal. I need to go back, get my mechanics and stuff, get my puzzle elements sorted out first before we get too much into designing this cabin, because trying to design this cabin right now is going to be a mess. It's going to be a mess if I don't start doing it from a place of like, you know, I don't know, just being, because it just comes down to being very intentional with the work that we're doing. Especially since we're doing this for like an hour a week. I probably need to get a little bit better workflow going. So anyway, might be streaming again later today. We will see. More Dishonored later. This was a strange video of not too much happening, and me reminding myself of the things that I learned last week, and then getting confused and looking at my cabin, and then realizing that I'm running into a huge brick wall and it's not quite gonna work out. So, you know, all around success, I'd say, or something. And great. Thank you for watching. I appreciate it. You can join me back here next Monday at 10 a.m. Central, where I will once again probably fail at like properly putting this together. But like I said, next time I think I think I need to go back to the particular puzzles themselves that I have set up for this first level, and start implementing, like, in the engine, how do we get these puzzles working? And then once we have that, then we can start going through the cabin, making it actually interesting, making the cabin look a little more lively, look a little more lived in, that kind of stuff. Which is going to be a whole lot of messing with different materials and like finding things on the marketplace, because I'm not a huge, I don't know how to 3D model and all that kind of stuff, and texture and things like that. So we're going to have to figure it out. But yeah, for right now, I'm going to leave it here. Yes, the title of this video on YouTube might be, I may have hit a huge brick wall in Unreal Engine 5.7. That's the idea. Anyway, yeah, so thank you for, I'm talking in circles now. Thank you for watching. I'll see y'all next week.